now you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It's not a game, it's not a game. Banging on your...
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They had not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll get this out to his running back, P-Rod. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Just the first quarter of the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
12.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow, flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11 empty.
Burrow looking to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
The Bengals at 9-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11. 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
On
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
12.
Now it's Burrow. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
11.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. These two teams, the Bengals and Chiefs, they met twice a year ago, and it was the young Bengals prevailing both times. The first, Week 17 in Cincinnati. The Bengals coming through in overtime 34-31. And then, of course, the AFC title game, the big one. The Chiefs up 21-3 at one point. The Bengals charge back. They win at 27-24 and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 28. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Pushes him over. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
12.
Mixon fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here we go.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
12.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he edges forward but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Mahomes firing complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
11 mighty.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow buying time to his left. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
11 MT, Tate. 11 Thomas.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. 11. 11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, 12. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
12.
Nixon will try the right side. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle, there to make the play defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
11 MT.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Hardman on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the move past the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Cameron Sample there to make the play defensively.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to a field goal. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Running right through it. And now off to the races down the right side. past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate. Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they? Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing. It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of...
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Mahomes now to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds McKinnon complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, here we go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 171 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Mahomes now on first down. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 16, Mahomes. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total, but they're still coming.